finished up helping the people of the village of Barovia, um, kind of clearing out what remained of the zombies from the siege that they had faced a while back. After which, excuse me, I'm sorry. You made your way over to the mansion on the southern end of the city. And there you re-met with Ismark and met his sister, Irina. At that point, you had some conversations with Irina, and Quaint had overheard a private conversation between Ismark and Irina regarding Irina accompanying you guys, or more accurately, you guys moving her to a safe place to get her away from the eyes of the devil of the Castle Ravenloft. She had agreed to go on one condition, that before you guys depart, that you bury her father, the burgomaster who had passed away in the siege. You guys had accepted and stayed the night at the mansion, during which everyone had fallen asleep. Quaint and Rua both had amazing dreams. Um, just wonderful. But then everybody was pulled into a shared dream of sorts, in which you guys had spoken to a seer who had introduced herself as Madame Ava. She had hinted towards you that the Lord of this land knows that you are here, and he won't rest until he captures you. But she can give you some information that may help you on your way, and requested that you find her at Seer Pool. Then you guys woke up. And that is where we pick up. Um,
Did we,
Kane.
did we get a long rest?
Yes, you guys all have a long rest.
Okay.
When you guys wake up, it's right before the first hints of light of dawn crack. So it's still dark outside. And Kane, because you were on top of the roof, when you kind of jump awake, you see a pale ethereal light that seems to be moving down the road towards Castle Ravenloft. In the glow of this light, you see two swarms of bats sitting on the eaves of a nearby house, watching silently, whether they're watching you or they're watching this ethereal glow move down towards the road. Excuse me. Sorry. The ethereal light starts to take form of a ghostly procession, wavering images of women toting great swords, few men with bows, others with axes, yet some with pitchforks. And this group of sorts seems to march its way towards the castle.
Dracula! Dracula!
Does it doesn't fade off in the distance? I can watch it go all the way to the castle.
It fades off after a while out of view.
Mhm.
The direction that it's going is definitely the castle. Do you kind of sit and continue watching once it fades out of view?
Mhm.
You'll catch glimpses almost as if it's through trees of the glow kind of peeking out, and then it'll fade, and it's definitely getting smaller as it progresses, but you do still see it, and it is a line uh, making its way to the castle. However, um, before it gets too close to the castle, the first few rays of sunlight from the approaching dawn break through the darkness, and the ethereal glow disappears.
Hmm.
At this point, everyone else is waking as well.
I'll go back into the house.
Okay.
Are the man and the woman that we're supposed to escort? Are they awake yet?
As you enter into the house, Ismark is just making his way um, kind of through the house, checking to see if everybody is awake, and you guys all end up meeting in that front room. Um, he just goes, huh. All right, are we ready to bring my father?
So I have a question.
Yes.
Do you guys have ghosts that march through the town sometimes?
Hmm. That. Um.
And also this morning when I came back in the house, my hair is now a silver instead of a white.
Okay.
That time was black before.
It was. Wait, so it's silver instead of black. Yeah.
I think it started white, then
Yep.
went black.
Yep. Now it's silver.
Yes, I assume you're referencing the march.
Yes, that's
The
a good way to describe it.
We call it the March of the Dead. It is something that was once thought to be a myth from older times, sort of a parade of outsiders that have become trapped in Barovia and have sought to slay the devil. No one has ever seen it, though, until recently, after the failed revolt against the castle.
Hmm.
Fairly certain it is those who have lost their life in the revolt, doomed to spend the rest of their eternities reliving their failure.
Interesting. Well, I saw it this morning.
It tends to appear every night.
There was so since we've been here, have I seen a lot of bats?
You guys have. There was one bat that was kind of flying along with you guys on the way
Mm-hmm. Down the road.
from, yeah, the forest down to the road. Um, you catch a few. You guys have caught a few every so often at night, like one flying by. As far as swarms of bats, No, you haven't seen too many of those.
I'll ask him
During our
about
trip
swarms.
in the forest, was there
Mhm.
the? Am I not remembering? Was there like a branch forest?
You could check.
Everyone turned into a robot for me. Oh, still a robot.
It's me or
I think it's me.
Uh, that's normally. Because we wait, shit, that's not my accent. But we kind of saw a couple of them that were pretty big.
um well, I mean they're normally bat sized. Like a kind of side eyes toward quaint. Some small bird ish shape.
Bird as in her size or bird as in tiny pigeon?
Birds and an owl, which she tells me she is not.
She's an
But
owl.
the normal owl who flies through the sky, like a smaller owl.
Then, do you know of something that can block out the sun?
Um,
It was, or not block out the sun, but maybe like the size of a half a house.
there were tales of dragons who once lived upon this land, but according to legends, they died out thousands of years ago. Um, other than,
Ah,
are you sure perhaps it wasn't like a cloud rolling across the sky?
oh no, there were many of them. We saw them fly over in the forest.
Hmm.
I'm just going to assume it was due to the lack of sleep because I was very tired. So, in do your thing.
I mean, I'll keep my eyes out, but can't say I have seen nor heard of any large flying creatures.
I hope it stays that way.
Aye, as do I.
What about bat swarms? Large flocks, groupings of bats.
Those we do see. Um, yes, they do tend to fly it around and swarm
Hmm.
about every now and then. Lately, it seems like more often.
There was two of them
Versus
seemingly watching this procession this morning outside the house.
like flying through, watching the procession.
Were they flying? Like
No, they were perched on a house.
yeah, they were perched upside down for bats.
His eyebrows furrow a little bit. And he gets kind of a quizzical look on his face. I don't know why they would be perching at night. It's usually when they hunt.
It's kind of like a dawn-ish.
Okay. Perhaps they were settling for the night or something, although that they tend to do away from the city, probably in like a cave or something.
Yeah.
But I'll
Which
thank
is
you for
not true
letting me know.
here.
I'll keep my eye out.
We have bats that live in our windows here.
Oh, really?
Yeah, teeny fruit bats. They squeak.
That's pretty cute.
I don't think we have them anymore.
I heard them a few days ago. I don't know if it might be too cold now. They might have gone somewhere else, but
Yep.
but within the past week I have heard them.
No, it's adorable.
Yeah, they were pooping all over John and Josh's cars.
Yep. Bastards.
Nice.
Yes, but okay. Well, just curious. Seems like an interesting omen.
Wait, John, is that where you get all the guano for your spells?
I don't cast fireball.
Ha!
Yeah. All right.
Fireball's for wizards.
For wusses?
Wizards. Well, a bunch of wusses.
Fireballs for wusses.
What's it? All right. After a few moments of silence, Ismark kind of looks around and all right, well, should we get going?
Let's go. Have you said goodbye to your brother?
My sister Irina will remain here. We will return to the home. I believe she said she's going to get some sort of breakfast set for us, but she had said her goodbyes through the course of the night.
So, what happens if you were to theoretically eat one of the bats?
Rua's gonna look at Quaint like,
mean-
excuse me?
You would have to catch them first. They're pretty small and pretty quick, but I mean,
So,
then I suppose
no side effects to eating the bats here. Like,
they're. I think aren't bats prone to the disease of madness? I don't know if eating them you contract the same disease.
I mean, theoretically speaking.
Oh dear God. Quaint, did you eat
Quaint?
one of these bats?
Quaint.
Hmm. You know, I've been a little hungry. I've just eaten small birds and like small bats and small rodents, and I mean, you don't like I don't have the same stomach as you guys, so sometimes I just have to eat a little bit of raw meat too, and you know, it's easier to catch them sometimes. But they don't
Well-
like cast spells in your stomach or anything, do they? They're just bad.
I can't say I've ever heard of a bat casting a spell within someone's stomach after being consumed, but also I haven't heard of anybody consuming a bat, so verdicts out on that.
I'll just be more careful.
No more eating weird animals out here.
Yeah, but you were
Um,
gonna eat me.
You're not an animal, are you? Are you an owl? Is that what you're saying?
Aren't we all animals?
um, uh,
So
I-
about laying your dad to rest.
Yeah,
I
back on
hate
topic.
to interrupt what seems to be a interesting query of definitions and morality. But we should probably bring my father sooner rather than later so you can take Irina before night falls once again.
Yeah.
He kind of edges away from Rua and Quaint, moves more to stand next to Kane and Rothon.
Oh, shit.
All right, we should
Don't
go.
worry, I'll stop her from eating you. Let's go.
She's only 3 feet tall. You're fine.
Hey, 3 feet's a lot.
You've
For an owl.
clearly never been raised with a little girl as a sister, have you?
No.
Yeah, I can tell. Okay. So let us do this. And he leads you guys into the room where his father's remains are. It seems at some point through the night, whether it was just Irina or Ismark as well, the remains were moved from a table onto kind of like a large plank's not the right word I'm looking for, but like a large square of a thinner type of wood. That way you're able to carry him. And he takes the side by his father's head and kind of like nods to either side of the makeshift holding thing. Can't think of the word. Um, it's not too long of a walk, but if you wouldn't mind,
Hold on,
I can't
we'll go
carry him.
assist.
Thank you.
Theb, you got this. He's pretty quiet in the mornings.
Okay. I mean, I can't really blame him. All right, let's just go. I'm assuming Theb would help. If Aaron is here, we cannot hear you talking. You may be muted.
Nope, my headset fully turned itself off.
All right. Well,
You don't need to listen to us. That's fine.
he has requested your guys' assistance in carrying his father's remains.
He's in a box, right?
He's lying on top of a large square of like a thin wood, so you guys can carry him.
I mean, I'll help respectfully, but inwardly not be happy about it.
I'll help as well.
He kind of looks at you a little bit understandingly as he's doing this and clearly does not want to. Thinking that he understands your motives as being queasy around the dead. But you guys take him, carry him through the quiet streets of the village. Still the early points of dawn. There's enough sunlight around to kind of see just about everything, but keep everything in like a shadowy silhouette. And you guys make your way north up towards the church. It takes you about 15 to 20 minutes as you guys are carrying the remains there. You guys make it up to the door, a large, intricate wooden door. And let's see. You notice that these heavy wooden doors of the church are covered with claw marks and scarred by fire. Ismark looks a little concerned looking at this, but nevertheless raises his hand. And as his knock echoes through the cold air, you hear a voice ringing out from a little further down the darkened street. He won't come out. A hulking silhouette steps forward from the mist. A young man, tall and brawny. His shaggy brown hair falls messily across his face, and his crooked teeth glint in the moonlight. Though muscles ripple beneath his tunic, there's a lightness and an immaturity to his posture that belies his strength and size. You recognize him as Periwinkle from Bildrath's Mercantile. He fidgets with the hem of his tunic as your eyes fall upon him. Well, yeah, he won't come out. He hasn't come out since 2 weeks ago, he mumbles. What do you want from father?
Look over to the guy that's whose father we're carrying.
Hello, Periwinkle. We are here to intern my father and lay him to rest. Well, he still won't come out. I came every day. He always has crab apple pie, but he doesn't come out anymore, and there's no more pie. I still come. I saw him, he, like, lifts up his fingers, kind of takes them off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 3 days ago. He was dirty.
Oh my god.
Did he recognize you, Periwinkle?
Um, I don't know. He kind of looked at me without looking at me, but he called me by my name. He said, I'm sorry, Pari. No pie. But he looked sad.
Okay.
Oh, maybe it's because he lost his, um, I don't know what you call it, but it hangs from his neck.
Necklace?
Rosary?
Yeah. He wore a necklace. It He wore it all the time. I remember the light would shine off the top of it, and it looked sparkly. And 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 Dory would tell me that it's supposed to be when the sun shone in Barovia. It was a sunburst. It was, what is the name of the color? It wasn't gold. It was like dirty gold.
Bronze? Brass?
Yeah, bronze. But it was in the shape of a sun. He hasn't had it since Doru left and the others left, though.
Do
I miss Doru.
you know where this Doru went?
Doru took people to the castle
Yes.
to fight, along with the person who came. Um, Alonic, I think was his name. But he had a monkey. I liked to play with the monkey. I hope he comes back.
How do you spell that?
Alonic?
With an I or an A? Oh, A-L.
A-N-I-K.
Okay.
He kind of just stands there for a little bit. My uncle said Doru's dead. And probably Alonic. That they won't come back. And maybe that's why Father is so sad. But I don't know. Maybe he's just resting, and Doru will be back, and then we can play again. And then if he comes back, then Father might make more pie. Yeah, I want some pie.
Gonna side eye the party. What?
Well, Snark, do you know of any other way in here?
Oh, you can open the door.
Oh.
He just won't answer it if you knock.
Ah,
Mm,
Do you know how doors work?
Yep.
Okay. They're hard to understand. It takes a while.
Yep.
could have just
Wait.
opened the
The
doors.
little bird learned that the hard way.
Oh, that's right.
He looks towards the bird. It has nods toward you, very understanding. Like he gets it. He just figured doors out himself. They're rough.
I hate you. All of you.
Well, that's not very nice. I didn't make them.
Can't. While they're talking, I'm gonna just open the door.
You open the door to reveal a 10-foot wide, 20-foot long hall that leads toward a brightly lit chapel. The hall itself is unlit, and pretty quickly after you open the door, a solid wall of a smell of mildew just smacks you in the face.
Oh God!
Along this hall, there's 4 doors, 2 on each side of the hall, that lead to adjoining chambers. From this vantage point, you can see that the chapel itself is strewn with debris. And you hear a soft voice from within reciting a prayer. Okay, well, I don't want to go in there. I'm gonna go find Uncle. Maybe he has a snack. And without anything else, Periwinkle just kind of starts lumbering away.
Have fun. Why are you coughing? What does it smell? I can't smell.
It smells like you.
Like me? Quaint
Um.
lifts an arm and like tries to quote unquote smell under her arm like humans do.
Just peck your own feathers.
I don't smell anything.
Good for you. I think that's him over there, where the chanting maybe. Is that Bismarck?
It sounds like him. Well, let us go in.
Following, following.
Following. You guys enter in the church itself, walking down the hall. When you get towards the end of the hall where it opens up into the chapel, the sound of mumbled prayer stops, and a hoarse, tired voice just rings through the chamber from a figure that's kneeling behind the altar. I cannot offer the blessing you seek. Go and leave this accursed place in peace.
Eh?
And a prayer starts once more. Ismark kind of looks towards you guys, eyebrow cocked. Says quietly, well, that does sound like Father Donovich. In voice only, though.
There a reason you can't?
Is it because you lost something?
Now you see the figure stand up and turn around to face you guys. And when he initially started turning around, like you could make out his face was twisted in pain and almost anger.
Oh boy.
But then when he turns around, his eyes land on Ismark. And the look on his face softens. I am sorry. I did not realize it was you. I apologize for the state that the chapel is in. It suffered greatly during the siege. And he looks over to see the body of the burgomaster, and his face once again changes, this time emotions of understanding and sorrow and grief etch into his face. Ah, I suppose I don't have to ask why you are here.
Mm.
I would be happy to help you oversee the burial and get him lying down to rest, but I regret to inform you that the holy rites that Kilian would have wanted to sanctify his body before he returns to the earth are rites that I can no longer perform.
Why is that?
Well, I think the Morning Lord has left me, and I am no longer within his graces and able to deliver such rites any longer. I have not been able to feel his presence, and I think it is my fault. You see, when my son gathered the people to go against the devil in the castle, I gave him my symbol of the Morning Lord to keep him safe in the face of darkness. But my boy did not return. And ever since then, I could not feel the Morning Lord. I think my symbol was found by the devil himself, and has corrupted my connection to the gods.
It's whisper to the group. Is that how symbols work?
Trying to look over at Kane. Who is taking a nap?
He's zoned out in the conversation, looking at the bats again.
Oh.
Studying his symbols like, oh shit.
Oh
Is
shit,
that
is that
how
what
they
happened?
work?
Fuck.
His Mark kind of turns. He's like, I don't. I understand if you feel that you no longer have the connection, but it was my father's wishes that when he gets interned, the rites are spoken. Is there no way that you can do this, even if you may think the Morning Lord is not here? At least we did all we could. The father's face kind of stops for a moment and now looks at each one of you in turn, fully registering and taking you in, whereas before he kind of spoke mostly just out into the room or looking at his mark. And he seems to have made some sort of decision about you guys, although what the decision is, you have no idea. I would be willing to try, but before I do, I need your help before I am even able to try.
What do you need?
After my son led the townsfolk to the castle, we had received a letter saying that we had 90 days to make peace with our gods before the wrath of the devil himself will fall upon us. It was then many people decided to flee the village and head to Valakai. For those that have stayed, many did not make it through the siege that happened. And within the attack, Doru came home at midnight when it started, but he was no longer my son. Instead, he was a twisted, evil husk. The creature that wears his skin as a mockery and it must be destroyed. But I could not bring myself to do so, for although he is a mockery, he wears the face of my son, and I cannot look at it. And I cannot do what must be done. However, I was able to trap him within the Undercroft. if you would go down there, destroy the body that no longer holds Doru, and retrieve my holy symbol, I will complete the proper burial rites. And I can point you to where you can find safety from the Devil Strahd.
Do we have time, Bismarck?
Ismark turns and looks at you. Well, I suppose we'll have to make time. Irina was very adamant that until father was not laid to rest, she would not leave. And if he will not lay father to rest unless we do this, I don't know if I can do this.
You stay here. We'll take care of it.
Thank you. Upon hearing that, Father Donovich steps forward and hands you an intricate looking bronze key. Points you towards a room down at the beginning of the hall. This key leads to a trap door. Just go down the way you came. The last door on the left. You can enter the Undercroft through there.
So we'll set Snark's dad down, and then Rothon will just take his bow out and head off.
Rua is gonna take out the candle, cut off a piece of it, and just put it next to her, like the inside of her collar of her shirt. This place reeks like hell.
Deb, you all good with her cutting up your candles?
No,
Yeah, I'm doing it in front of him. What of it?
candles.
Debs
I suppose.
I suppose he
Deb,
does.
can't speak. He's so enraged.
He's been stunned into silence.
You're supposed to melt it, not cut it. Or
Kane
something.
awoke from his stunned silence as well.
Yep.
Yep.
I don't know why
Yeah.
the headset keeps shutting itself off. This is very annoying.
You should
Eh.
lick it in the nose and tell it bad headset.
I have a couple of like broken candles that we could do instead of the nice ones.
If it smells strong and not of rot and mildew, just give me it.
I mean, you wouldn't even have to. You could just light your candle.
I am not lighting this thing. He just walks off.
Aren't you wearing like dried flesh on your back?
It smells good,
Does it?
she replies. She
Infinitely
casted
cast thaumaturgy.
prestidigitation on it.
Clean it, but I mean,
Prestidigitation.
I only clean dead flesh so much. I'm pretty sure it's still gonna stink.
You know the equivalent of like a gym locker room with everyone smelling of Axe? That's pretty much what the cape smells like.
Just constantly keeping prestidigitation up on it.
Ew.
Yeah.
Really bad.
Yeah,
The frickin' smell that punches you in the face when you walk
Yes.
anywhere within 50 yards of it.
Yes, that one.
Ugh. It's like a smell I've not smelled in years, but I will never forget. All right. Do you guys all follow Rothon? Does anybody stay behind?
I greatly consider it.
Well, you
I
can join
recognize
us.
Jesus.
You can join us, or you can stay with the dead man and the two sad
Yeah, it's none of these options are good.
Decisions.
just turns into a badger and starts burrowing his way out of town. Just fuck this. Disappears.
If I thought it'd work, I would.
Can the mist get you underground?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Can you just dig under it?
I can't stay in badger form long enough.
Just go as far as you can, and like then dig yourself a nice little hole.
I-
And then just wait till you can again.
Probably
Hibernate? Are you
suffocate.
telling me
Yeah.
to hibernate?
In between turns, he's taking the long way out, but he'll make it. Magic can't
Fudge.
penetrate this far into the earth.
Tell me why I could see them doing that. So I'm assuming that means everybody is going, correct?
Yep.
Unfortunately.
All right. um. You guys make your way down the hall and then go to the last door on your left before you hit the door, the main doors leading into the church. Time and neglect have punched holes in the ceiling of this also incredibly moldy room, which contains a few broken roof shingles amid puddles of water. But in one corner, set into the floor, is a heavy wooden trap door held shut with a chain and a padlock.
Did somebody say lock?
Oh god.
We have a
It's a
key.
door. It's a door.
I open it with the key that he gave us.
You open it up, lifting up the trap door, and see steps descending down into the darkness.
Oh, Rothan, after you.
Nope.
Is the
I
lock
go down there, and I
connected?
will go stealth.
Is the lock connected to the chain, or is it one of like our normal nowadays locks where I can just pick up the lock and stick it in my pocket?
It's like one of the ones where you can pick up, similar in style to like
Like
padlock or
a
bike lock.
padlock, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I pick it up when
Okay.
nobody's looking, and the key, which I'm assuming he didn't pocket. Did you pocket the key after you opened it, or did you just leave it in the padlock?
Yeah, I'd take it out and take it with me.
Well, I would pocket the padlock.
And you're intentionally trying to do it so no one notices, correct?
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll your sleight of hand. Yeah. You are now the proud owner of an
I am not that quaint.
older
I am-
padlock.
Did I see which pocket he put the key in?
Roll a perception. Okay. Rothon, if you were trying to be covert for whatever reason about which pocket
No.
you'd
no,
put it in? No.
It
Okay.
wasn't at all.
Yeah, which pocket do you tuck it in?
Whatever pocket he has somewhere.
Okay. And what is your
14.
passive perception? Yeah,
14.
you feel some feathers brushing around.
I just grab the hand. Can I help you?
Can I have the key? I like
Well,
keys.
it's not your key though.
It's not your key either.
Yeah, it's his key.
Is he here right now?
We move this
but he's gonna
along. We
need it
have
later.
something to kill.
I just brush her hand away and like move it further into like my vest or something. The
Um,
key.
Okay, I was.
Yeah, no, I heard it right after I said it, and I was like, wait a minute, no,
just
no.
steal a chair
Abort.
and
You miss
just
all the shots you don't take.
I was like, no,
Some shots you shouldn't take.
no,
I didn't know you rolled that way. I didn't know you liked bird ladies, Josh.
no. There's only one bird lady he likes, and that's the Raven Queen. That's about it. She's not even a bird lady.
All right. Well, I still have the padlock, which is mine.
Okay.
You know, Quaint, we're gonna have to give that back to them, right?
Nobody saw. You
Yeah,
don't
but
know
you're
I
going
took
for the
it.
key,
You did
and I'm referring to the key.
Yeah, I like keys. Okay, maybe I just wanted to hold on to it.
Why?
Shiny things.
Is it even shiny?
It's like corroded.
Yes, like one of those old
Oh.
nasty ass keys.
It looks like it was shiny at one point.
One person's trash is another person's shiny key.
It's not his
Rosefox is gonna-
trash.
All right, I'm gonna
Rosefox
walk
is
It's a
gonna
ahead.
lock that
yeah,
he
Rosefox is
uses.
gonna go
Or
stealth
key,
and
sorry.
go forward.
Oh, you said you're gonna stealth?
Yeah, he's gonna stealth and just go forward and move away from this.
Okay. You guys
Stealthing
descend
forward.
down into the abyss.
Duck and roll.
Are you ducking and rolling?
No.
She
Duck,
ducks
duck,
and
duck.
rolls down the trapdoor.
I roll. Ah, what the fuck are you doing?
It just knocks all of you down like bowling pins.
Hey, we reached the floor faster.
She does the thing in all those comedy spy movies where she like holds up her hands into like little fake gun and like dodges around all the corners and like crouches and like
Humming her own
Singing
theme
your own
song.
theme song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dun 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 dun.
No, I'm gonna make it so Rua's like super tone deaf, so it's done, done, done.
Bum, bum, bum.
Oh god.
yeah.
Slamming your hands on a piano.
All right. So you guys descend down into the
Down,
Undercroft
down.
by the river. Rough-hewn walls encircle a floor made of damp clay and earth. Rotting wooden pillars strain under the weight of the wooden ceiling. But you can make out candlelight from the chapel above slipping through the cracks, casting a sort of gloom. There's no sign of any creature down here. As you hit the bottom steps and take a few paces forward, a young man's voice, strained and tired, echoes from the darkness in the upper corner of the Undercroft here. You've come to kill me, haven't you?
How far? I got 90 feet of dark vision. Am I able to see out there at all? Or no?
Damn it, that's stuck in my...
And if can't see anything, I definitely should be able to see some.
Yeah, aren't you at like 120 or something? Yeah.
All right, so you guys would be coming down right about here.
Yeah.
All right, and...
I'm a bird
Oh, I'm on the freaking.
with a sword.
So...
Wait, do you have one sword or twos?
A sword.
Ooh.
I have one sword. I'm a swashbuckler with my swashbuckling
All
sword.
right, yeah.
I would have been Van Rothan, but I guess Quaint would have moved up to try to
Oh.
pickpocket him.
Yeah, I was second.
I would be third.
Although technically, I think we can share space.
Are you
'cause I'm
considered small?
Yeah, I'm considered. I'm 3 feet. I'm small. I'm a
Yeah,
baby.
we can share space for like a round, not like moving.
Yeah. I'm a baby. This is not my real size.
And you should actually be a quarter of the square.
I'm a tiny.
Not my final.
I'm so tiny.
So anybody who does have dark vision, he's about 40 feet away.
Let's see.
He's
in
huge.
the
He's a giant.
upper corner
Are these all
of
pillars?
here,
Or are
yeah,
these
each one of
Oh,
those is a
okay.
pillar, holding himself up, a la creepy old lady from Legion, spider climbing up in the corner.
Uh,
So he's definitely undead.
does he have meat?
Raw steak.
Along his bones.
Are there
I
are
guess,
there
yeah.
railings?
Are there what?
Railings on the stairs?
No.
And I would have hopped off.
Okay.
How dead does he look?
This Diaz.
Well, after he asks his question and sees that a few of you have registered where he is, he knows that you guys can see him. You see his figure unfurling. What did I just do? No. Thank you. Itself, like a moth from its cocoon, moving like a spider as it lowers itself slowly to the ground. As he comes into the faint light, the shadow resolves into the form of a young man. His youthful features strikingly reminiscent of Father Donovich. His skin is ghostly pale, with dirt and grime streaked across his face. His clothes are ripped and worn. His hair is an unkempt mess of tangles and knots. His eyes, few of you who can see very well in the darkness, are red and bloodshot, his gaze darting from face to face.
Wait, his pupils are red or his eyes are like he hasn't slept in a while type red?
Eyes like he hasn't slept in a while type red.
Okay.
A leather cord hangs around his neck, holding a blood-stained bronze sunburst that rests against his chest. He swallows, licks his cracked lips, and a pair of pointed fangs pokes through.
Nope.
So,
Nope.
we were sent to kill a beast. Would you think of yourself as a beast?
That is a very good question.
Because, I mean, people think of me as a bird, but I don't think of me as a bird. So what do you think about yourself? Says the bird who's like 3 feet tall, who's standing on the ground, and it's like the pillar is like dwarfing.
He like looks at you and he's like, I suppose if what?
Seeing this, it's the description of the man with the pointed teeth. I'll cast not magic missile, mage armor on myself.
Okay.
Meanwhile, I'm just still talking because this is what Quint does when things happen. So, like, what are you? See, not a bird. I'm an owlin, I think, but I'm not an owl. It has "an" at the end, which means I think I can walk on 2 legs or so. Wait, owls can walk on. Anyway, but like you just look like a human with pointy teeth. Do you like?
Is he moving towards us at all while they're talking?
No,
Okay.
he's not.
Did you
What?
like skip leg day, or?
Seeing
'Cause-
how he looks, would Rothon know exactly what he is?
I would say roll a history check with advantage because of your background.
Do I recognize it?
Okay.
Do I
Yes.
know of any
Okay,
stories?
I have 0 charisma. I'm just talking so that everybody else can look into him.
Nice.
Rothon, yes, you do. Rua, if you want to roll a history as well. See if you heard any stories.
Is there a cure
Wh-
for vampirism in this universe?
Would I ever have
Who
known
knows?
anything about vampirism in all of my travels? Can
I
I
would say
my
you can
history?
also roll a history, but with a disadvantage being from the Feywild.
Wow, that's actually
Alright.
super
Yeah.
Wow.
good roll.
Damn.
Yo, what up? I saw a
Damn.
whole vampire clan in the Feywilds.
Oh my god. Vampires
Um,
are sparkly then.
Oh
Yeah,
God,
it
no,
is.
no, no.
Do recognize him as being a vampire spawn.
I am not particularly worried about anything at this point in time. Like, so I'm still continuing to talk. Like, but like, what constitutes a beast? Are you a beast because like you just became you got like some horrible luck, or are you like a beast because you can transform? Can you transform into a bat? And then it's
Quite
dead
no.
silence.
Uh,
Roldan just kind of steps next to Quaint and is just bow ready to go.
Did I eat any of your friends? I ate a few bats last
he
night.
looks
Did I
really
eat any of your
confused
friends?
listening to Quaint, and then as soon as Rothan steps forward, his eyes meet yours. If you want to kill me, I won't stop you. I just have one request first. Please.
Go on.
My father has been very clear that he thinks there's nothing left of me in here. But I can feel myself. I know I'm different now, but I know I'm here. I want to prove that it is me and that I can control the urges I have.
But it is you.
Yeah.
If you would be willing to if you would be willing to expose me to the scent of fresh blood, and I'm able to refrain from attacking for a minute, I would like you to tell my father that I am still alive within here. But if I make any move towards you, kill me.
So before he's even
Yeah.
done with that, and before anybody does anything, and I'm gonna talk to you guys beforehand, so I'm not gonna actually like do it. But like I want because he's probably like I don't know. In my mind, I would be like waiting for some confirmation. But I want Quaint to cut herself before he's even done talking. Does anybody have any disagreements?
If I see you, do, I'll stop you.
Huh?
I'll stop you and say I'll do it.
Okay.
Let-
So
let-
like you see the bird just like before he's even done talking, she like raises her rapier. And then
I'll reach forward and grab your hand, or you can do it. No, I'll do it. Everyone deserves a chance.
I'm happy to
I-
answer any questions
You won't have any
that
from
I
me,
can.
and I'll just walk towards him.
Can
Wait.
I insight check him?
Do you,
I don't-
before this goes down, do you have any information of what happened over there?
I do. Did you want to insight check him, Rothan?
Yeah, I'll just see if I have advantage on it or anything, but insight
Okay.
is still not intelligence. So that's not good.
He's
I'll meet
hard
him
to
about
read.
halfway.
Yeah, you can't tell. He's saying what he's saying. You can't tell any intent behind it other than what he's
Rothon will
portraying.
cast Hunter's Mark on him,
Okay.
just in case.
can I have been doing with my super special eyes
I just the fun.
something like an investigation check
Just
on
applaud us.
the area around to see if he's like tried to escape or before, or if it like there's something else down here or something, if it was just him, if he was trying to hurt himself,
Okay.
like
If you're just using your eyes to look around, it would be a perception check. If you wanted to like go around and like feel the walls and like kind of touching around, that would be more of an investigation.
okay, well at this point I can't. Yeah, my perception sucks.
You're
That
you're
is
very
a link.
Yep. You're
I'm just super invested in this guy and blood right now.
and whether he's a bat or not that you can eat, I'm assuming.
Yes. Well, no, I was just wondering if he had any brothers or sisters that I had eaten, okay? I didn't want him to feel bad.
You had to compare flavors.
I'm not trying to eat him.
Jesus.
I was gonna apologize if like he had friends that I had eaten when they were in bat form.
Oh my god. Quaint is the reason why we have COVID.
As they're doing something, I'll draw a dagger and slice my forearm.
I'm a
hold on, sorry.
prepare
We got
Eldritch
distracted. Rua did ask him a question, so he was going to go ahead and start answering her
Well,
question.
he can't answer the question while the blood is drawn.
Well, that's why I was going to ask.
Yeah.
Did you just want to
If Rue was saying something, I'll wait.
draw it in the middle of the conversation, or
No, I'll
wait
wait.
until?
I'll wait.
I would have.
Yeah. What happened? Well, guess it'd go back about 16 weeks ago.
Is that 90 days?
It's a little more than 90 days. A foreign scholar who called himself Alanic Ray arrived in town. He had rented a room from the burgomaster's manor. And at one point, I don't exactly remember why I was out there, but a group of children had strayed a little too far from the village, and an enormous dire wolf, I think it was undead, came running out of the woods towards the children. Before it got them, Alanic came seemingly out of nowhere, fended it off with just amazing skill. But during this fight, the hat that was on Alanic's head got knocked off, and his appearance changed. I recognized him from the description of a book that I had studied before. I don't know if you guys know of it. Van Richten's Guide to Vampires. It was the doctor himself, Rudolf Van Richten. Once I realized who he really was, I went and talked to him, and I thought he could help us, help free us from the devil's reign. He was reluctant at first, but eventually he agreed, as long as I promised not to speak of who he was and let him keep his disguise. A few
Did
days
you-
later, what?
Did you find out why he was there in the first place?
No. I just know that just within 2 days, Me and my best friend Escher. He's a bard in the village. Um, we had assembled a group of people, more than 24, in fact, and we all marched on the keep. We went, we struck down any undead guards that tried to stand in our way, with Van Richten's aid, of course. But once we got through the castle, when we finally opened the crypt room, I looked around right before I couldn't find Escher. And then they opened the coffin and it was empty. I, I don't know what happened to Van Richten or Escher. I hope they survived. I wasn't able to keep his secret, though. Once Strahd interrogated me, I tried. But once he turned me into what I am now, I couldn't deny any request that he had. He When we opened the coffin and it was empty, we had just a moment before he attacked us. Almost everyone was slain. Those that weren't, he kept them to feed me, break me down, let me know. He'd remind me who was in charge as I was forced to consume my companions.
Ugh.
Over 3 months. 2 weeks ago, though, he finally relented and commanded me to return here to my father and to wear this. He holds up the symbol he wore on his chest. I I don't know if my soul or body can be saved. Hell, I don't even know why he let me keep this. Probably as some form of ironic amusement. But I think if I didn't have this, I would have lost control. It reminds me of faith, family. It helps me steel my will against the addictions that I have, the predatory urges and instincts. So I'm thankful he let me keep it. I'm thankful he sent me here. Thankful for my father locking me here before I could do any harm. It kind of I don't know, being away from the blood for so long, I think helped it loosen its hold a little bit. I think I can deny the urges.
Only if you're wearing that thing.
Perhaps, yeah, only if I'm wearing it. But I'm sure if others also believe in me as well, my family and friends. He kind of looks up at you. You didn't happen to see Escher in the village, did you?
Did you
He's the
see a
bard.
bar?
No, you guys haven't seen one.
No.
That sounds about right. Maybe it's better he's not here. But I'm sure my dear Gertruda, my love will help me. help me manage this. Did she at least survive the siege?
She's the one who lost her daughter, right?
No, Gertruda was the daughter.
No, daughter
Oh.
made it to the castle. Went to the castle. Well, she's not dead
Good.
that we're aware of.
He kind of looks up. What do you mean? Speak plainly.
Well, last we heard, she had made her way towards the castle.
Shh.
Did she not know you were down here?
What? No one's known. My father hasn't left the chapel. He prays day in and day out. I think he's either praying to have me return or praying for some will that he does not have to ensure I don't hurt anybody.
Yes. Well, on that note, and I'll slice my arm. Let's see if you can control your desires.
I'm gonna start counting out loud.
As soon as you slice your arm, you see his muscles tense and he squeezes his eyes shut. A few moments later, his nostrils flare and a thin line of saliva begins to run down his lips.
And Rothon hold his attack until
Yeah.
he moves.
Yep.
Can I hold my Eldritch Blast?
You can. I think you can hold it for 6 seconds.
It's
I
a
believe, before it
cantrip,
fizzles
so
out.
you can just
Okay,
keep it up,
yeah.
basically.
Yep. Okay. Yeah, you can hold it.
Cool.
He starts to whimper, his clawed fingers flexing and twitching. Quietly,
Why
you
don't
hear
we
him.
just put it in a bowl and just lap it up like soup?
No,
And
that's
the
not how
shadows
this works,
come.
Quaint.
I will not yield. Darkness is the destroyer, and the temptation, its
No.
weapon. I will face the night and its horrors, and await the horizon. For the light of the morning Lord's love, only light can remain. His voice starts to shake. His
Oh.
emaciated body starts to tremble.
What was his name again?
Doro?
Doro. Okay.
One fist.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead if you're with your description.
Okay. One fist remains clenched at his side, and the other squeezing the blood-stained sunburst that lies across his neck. The light of the morning Lord's love, he repeats, gasping for breath. In the light of the morning Lord's love. Gertruda. Gertruda. Gertruda! After what seems like an eternity, Dory's body finally relaxes. His tense muscles seem to uncoil as his breath grows steadier and the look of strain fades from his face. His eyes remain closed a moment longer, and then flutter open. We have not yielded, he whispers hoarsely. Not yet.
Was he staying in that corner the whole time?
Yes.
Okay. And it's been a minute?
Yep.
I'll just take some cloth I have and wrap my arm with it and move closer to him.
As you move closer, he reaches up, lifts the necklace over his head, and hands it out towards you. Doesn't make a move towards you, just holds the necklace out as far as he can.
And I'll take it and I'll whisper to him.
Okay. Do you want to say it? Do you want to type it to me? Or do you want to go into a different chat?
I'll type it. It's short.
Okay.
That went much smoother than I expected.
Can't say I disagree with that. Thank you. You should know that Strahd will likely take an active interest with you guys being here. His eyes land on your face, Kane. Thank you.
You're welcome.
If you find that you need it, Van Richten, it might not be there anymore, but he spoke of having some weapons hidden in case it's needed for future use. You can see if it's still there. You just have to cross the River Ivlis Bridge, travel down Old Slavic Road 300 paces south into the woods. You'll see an ancient oak tree, and it's nestled in a hollow beneath its roots.
Ancient oak tree root.
I hope it helps you. Will you please tell my father I'm still alive?
I'll speak with him.
Thank you. I'll stay down here until he's comfortable with me ascending to the upper level,
Yes.
of the church, yeah. Thank you.
I'll not go back to the party.
Okay.
And begin heading up the stairs
Strahd's an
again.
asshole.
What?
Nothing.
You say that
Dory's
out
an
loud,
asshole?
Rura?
I say that out loud. Strahd's an asshole.
Oh, Strahd.
You have no idea, Rura.
Poor guy.
You have
He
no
tried so
idea
hard.
the atrocities that he had behind his name.
Strahd cities.
Yep, atrocities.
Oh my god.
All right. At this point, while you guys are ascending, we're going to stop and take a quick break. 10 to 15 minutes, and then we will pick up.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sweet. All right, so you guys ascend up the stairs after having spoken with Doru. Kane had spilled some of his own blood to help Doru test his will against his new primal urges, and he passed with flying colors. He let you guys know about a weapons cache left by Van Richten, and he decided to stay down in the Undercroft when you guys spoke to his father. So you are heading up the steps.
Before we leave where the door was that we unlocked, can I look around for the lock to lock it back up?
Sure.
Well, I'll take the key out.
Look around. There's no lock.
Rothon, did you grab the lock when you unlocked it?
No, why would I?
I can't find it.
I will also assist and look around for the lock.
Yeah. There's no lock.
Did you guys see the lock anywhere? Looking at the rest of the party.
The bird comes up from the stairs and is like, I'm really sorry if any of those bats were your friends. I'm sorry. You didn't tell me that you could go and turn into a bat. I'm so if I could throw them up. Wait, no, I do that anyway. If I could like turn back the time and not eat them again, I'm so. Oh, hi guys.
Quinn, have you seen
Wait.
the lock?
What lock?
Lock that was on this door.
I got here late. I didn't know there was a lock on the door.
No, when we were going through.
Insight
You were
check.
right behind me.
Yeah.
You'll need to roll a deception,
My insight as well.
which I wouldn't have said out loud if you didn't say that you took the lock.
Don't we have passive insight that just
Yeah.
wins that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Which it actually kind of just works with her coming up the steps yelling
Yeah.
and stuff. Especially since Dory never said anything about turning into a bat. It's,
Yeah, but that was me.
You played yourself. No.
no, it worked perfectly. Reminds me of the kids arguing about something.
Quinn, can we have the lock, please?
What lock?
The lock that was on this door. Bronze, brass, whatever color, whatever metal it was. Metal this size fits this key. Key fits it.
That's why you wanted the key, wasn't it?
Maybe. I wanted to lock you guys out of the house.
What house?
And then I flourish the lock and then stick it through the thing.
Once everybody's through, he will lock it.
You don't have to lock. You just pop the thing. You don't have to lock it.
Depends on the lock.
Well, Shauna said it was like locks nowadays where it just pops open and comes off. So
I mean, even some padlocks require you to use the keysticks.
Pop, lock, and drop it.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
So let's go talk to the father.
You gotta do alt stuff or
Not it. I say as we walk out.
I'll speak with him.
You,
That's
you
fine.
did get the thing from him, right?
I'll brandish the necklace.
Okay.
Do you feel anything holy coming from that?
Do I feel anything?
Wait.
You feel a hole in the band of the necklace where it goes over someone's head.
Hold on.
Sorry, I couldn't help it. It's holy, you know.
Let me-
The necklace feels warm, but you can't tell if it's just residual body heat from sitting on Dora's chest this whole time, or if it's from the Morning Lord.
Roseanne will ask. Hold on for a second. Let me see that.
I'll hand over.
How long does ritual casting take again?
10 minutes.
Rothan will just cast detect magic just to see. I don't feel like waiting
Okay.
10 minutes.
It does not glow. It's
Okay.
essentially just like a holy symbol, akin to like crosses people wear.
Here you go.
All right, let's go speak with him.
You guys walk back into the chapel and hear the familiar, quiet.
Before we get there, just tell Rothan, hold on to the key.
He will put it back in his vest, away from
Side eye
Point's
quaint.
reach.
You hear the familiar praying of Father Donovich as you enter into the chapel.
Just walk up about 10 feet away from him and wait a moment respectively.
Finishes the end of his prayer. Doesn't say anything, just sits there silently, waiting.
Father Donovich.
So, it is done then.
Well, it's done in the sense that we won't be killing him.
I didn't see a monster down there.
He stands up and looks at you. You do realize that he is no longer human. He will hurt someone. He's
Hello, as someone who is not human. There.
Quite rude.
Just waving.
well, if you were no longer what you were, then there'd be fear that you would hurt someone too, would there not?
Trust me, Father. I know quite a bit about that, and I know when your son says that he won't do it, and he resisted that urge, he's going to be able to keep everyone around him safe.
Resisted the urge. What do you mean?
He resisted the hunger that all things like him feel.
But how do you know? Keep in mind, he has no idea what went downstairs.
Oh.
Or what Doru had asked of you guys. He just asked you to go down there and
You just
kill
assumed
him.
he's a monster. Okay.
Yes, yeah.
Well, your son, I've been doing this quite some time, has been, if I'm correct in my train of thought, he's been turned into what is referred to as a vampire spawn.
Yes, he is just like the devil.
Well, not quite. He didn't really have a choice in it. He was forced to be this way, and being able to resist that urge is no low-level feat. It's impressive. And your son still is your son. He retains that part of him. He still has his memories, his thoughts. He doesn't want to die. He did say he offered his life if he believed he wouldn't be able to resist it, but we tested him, and he was able to do so. Kind of gesture at my bandage on my arm.
Runs his hand through his hair, trembles as his eyes start to glisten, and a various range of emotions play across his face in quick succession. Initially disbelief, rage, grief, followed by shame, and then finally hope. He sags against a nearby pew, and his body is just shaking. My boy. Wait, he's still my boy?
I mean, is he being genuine?
Yes.
Okay.
As from what you can see, yeah.
Typically, that's not the reaction people have, but that's good. Yes. Now, he is still changed. He is still...
Oh, shit.
You okay, Rua?
Sorry. Go on.
He may have been resistant.
Oh. Sorry.
Didn't realize Father Donovan had a cat. God, so many interruptions. Sorry. Things are going down. This church is falling apart.
Sorry.
He's still going to have that urge to feed. He won't be rid of that. But he can resist, and there's ways around it. Ways to help him.
They're about to win right now. Yep. That's you.
Thank you.
He's 1,000 short.
Thank you so much.
I'll hand over the necklace to him.
His eyes widen with shock, and his face goes yet more pale as he looks at the necklace. And for a moment, he's just sitting there, quiet, tears streaming down his face. And then the silence is broken by a pain noise, kind of a cross between a gasp and a sob, as he clutches the symbol to his chest. He's still my boy. The Morning Lord has not left me.
No, he is not. But again, as I have said, he is still dangerous. I recommend keeping him below. But speaking with him shouldn't be a problem. Just make sure you stay very conscious of his needs.
Of course. You said you are familiar with this. Does
Yes.
he have to have human blood, or does animal suffice?
There's been a lot of question into that, research that's gone into that. I don't know quite the results, but you can try animal blood first. And if he feels the nourishment from it, then you can stick to it. He may not feel 100%. He may be lethargic. He may feel slightly weak, but it's better than being dead, or even worse, feeding on humans. But
Can I?
Thank you.
yes, Rothan?
I'm just gonna ask. Could I do? Would I know if he's gonna be able to drink animal blood at all? Because I can, since he's technically a favorite enemy now.
I would say because due to the hunter's mark, correct?
No, for favorite enemy. It's
That's right.
just,
Okay.
yeah, it's about recalling information on them.
Yeah. You have heard similar to what Kane is talking about. And you've heard reports where some were able to survive on animal blood, others were not. Your understanding is that it kind of comes down
To the person.
more to character before they were changed into a spawn, but also much how many degrees of separation are between them and the original sire. So,
Mm.
like for example, Doru, from what you understand, was fired by Strahd himself. Um, so he kind of retains more of himself. But if Doru was to change someone to a spawn, and then that spawn was to change someone to a spawn, they kind of gradually lose their humanity the further removed they are.
Yeah.
But
okay.
Most important thing is you cannot let him have a taste of human blood, because my understanding, it doesn't stop there. It's just a taste.
What the fuck are you doing? Oh my god! I bolted 3 times sideways.
That I do understand. I myself am 5 years sober, so
From human blood?
no.
Ooh, scared me there,
That'd
Father.
be worrying.
Whiskey. Whiskey was my drink of choice.
Ah, yes, the devil's blood.
What?
I mean, depending on what kind of whiskey, it could have been the devil's piss, but it all did the same thing.
Damn right.
Well, again, thank you. I cannot explain my gratitude enough, but a deal is a deal, and I keep my promises. Let's go and get Koyana.
Of course.
Koyan, and turned. At which point he kind of gestures over to towards the body and starts moving towards a door, indicating for you guys to bring the body.
Should put that.
As we walk the body and be like,
I put it down, but
I don't really look like that much of a demon, do I?
No. I think he was just kind of
Is
speaking in general terms.
Yeah, is Mark who's standing there? He's like, it would have been the same as if. Sorry, I do apologize. We don't. He's like struggling to kind of try to find a way to explain.
Rua is
Many
very
of-
salty about this and just lets him
Yeah.
struggle.
Many of the people in this land are humanoids of a human nature.
Uh-huh.
Like you are a humanoid.
Does,
We
does
are all humanoids.
his eyes just like slide right across the owl?
Yeah. We are all humanoids. I would be if someone was to try to explain what I was when talking to someone, they would call me human. You are a humanoid, but what would someone say when they tried to describe you?
A jerk.
Blue.
He's trying really hard to like explain it in a way that doesn't come across.
That's racist. Well,
Yes.
speciesist.
Yes. Yes. Exactly.
Politically correct, huh?
Trying very hard. I would say what it is, but to be completely honest, most of the people that live within this land are similar to me, so I don't know what I would call you, and I don't want to say the wrong thing.
She's a lady.
I'm blue.
Says the bird.
Da-ba-dee-da-ba-die.
I think she's just
Well-
ribbing you there, to be perfectly honest. Maybe she's really
Yes.
offended, but
For example, take the bird. They are a humanoid, but they are an owl, right? And you describe her as an owl, even though she is a humanoid. If she was to change into something, and then all of a sudden she is no longer an owl, but she is now, I don't know what eats
no,
owls.
that's Theb that can change, not her.
Well, no, I understand that, but in speaking about what the father was
Chris is
saying
such a
about Toru
dicko.
no longer being human is that he is now something else. Just like if she was to change into, let's say, a fox, she would no longer be an owl. Right?
That's a pretty drastic change, though. I mean, the guy downstairs still kind of looked human.
Okay, let's say you compare her to an actual owl. She's different. She has arms, hands.
And can
She
talk.
herself says she is not
Unfortunately.
an owl, even though she looks like an owl. Right? You guys are all following Father Donovich, I assume,
Mhm.
having this conversation while carrying.
Yeah.
But I'm not an owl.
That does my point right there.
So I look like a demon, but I'm not a demon. Is that what you're saying?
Thank you.
Wait, what are you? Nobody called you a demon. What are you talking about? That sounds
She
more
seems
like
to be
you have your own personal things that you might be. What is the word that I am looking for?
projecting.
Yes, that. Yes. Which we all do. We all do that. It's just perhaps important to realize that sometimes the things that you internalize are exactly that. They come from within you.
Hmm.
This is all Rua's fault.
Oh,
No,
yes,
no,
completely
no,
my
no.
fault.
Oh,
Yep.
no.
I knew it.
Fuck.
I knew it all this time.
And Rua,
Oh, yes.
between you and
Chain
Quain, you
me
guys
up
are just
now,
terrible
yes.
people.
Mhm,
Well, not excuse
absolutely.
me, not people.
Oh, even better. Not even a person. Oof.
He looks towards who he so far believes is the most well-rounded and good person of the group.
That's how
You
I got.
understand what I'm trying to say, right, Seb?
He's a badger half the time.
Holy crap. I'm surprised he didn't go to Rothon.
He's an elf.
Yeah, Rodon's a weird elf dude who looks like he's half dead anyways, so he probably ain't turning to him anytime soon.
I just mean he seems to, you know what? Maybe
We're just giving you a hard time.
I suppose it is good practice if the people want me to be burgomaster. I have to figure out how to.
Survive our heckling?
I just don't understand politics.
Neither do I. That's why I just stick with the spear.
That is fair.
Stabbing other politicians is kind of bad practice. Just saying.
Fair. Although, you know, perhaps I will not be the burgomaster. Much of the village doesn't want me to, so we will see what happens. Anyways,
Poor guy.
you guys, a fence of wrought iron with a rusty gate encloses this plot of land behind the dilapidated church. Tightly packed gravestones, shrouded by fog, bear the names of souls long past. And as you guys enter the pathways between the headstones, Ismark stops talking and all seems quiet. Donovich retrieves 4 shovels from a shed abutting the church and shares them with you guys. Leads you towards the center to a few empty spaces that do not feature any headstones. Starts to dig.
I start to dig as well.
Both on will also assist.
While they do that, I'm actually gonna cast Find Familiar.
Okay.
It's an hour, so that's gonna be a while.
Yeah. It takes a while to dig, and once dawn has ended and it's clear that the light of day has now overtaken the darkness of night, Donovich offers prayers to the Morning Lord. O Morning Lord, Lord of blessed light and patron of new beginnings, we commend into thy mercy and thy radiance Master Kolyan Indirovich, now departed hence from us and gone evermore into your glory. We beseech thee to grant unto him thy mercy and everlasting peace, as thou deliverest him from this everlasting darkness into infinite light, from pestilence into growth, from shadow into day, and from death into new life. Grant him entrance into your land of light and joy, in the fellowship of thy saints, and the brilliance of thy presence, by your will and grace.
Dude did 130 damage
At this point,
by running into me.
he takes a step back.
Crazy ability.
looks towards you guys. Any of you have words, prayers, or tributes of your own to offer? Now's the time. At this point, Ismark walks up, and out of his pocket, he pulls a folded piece of paper wrapped around the stem of a rose. And you hear him say, "From Irina. She wishes she could be here, Father. You understand why she cannot." Will do my best for the town, whether or not I follow within your footsteps. And I will ensure she is safe. Then he takes a step back. Donovich looks around for a moment, pausing just in case anyone had anything they wanted to do. After a moment,
Sorry,
go ahead.
the guy we're accompanying with doesn't say anything.
He just put the rose in and said it was from his sister and that he would do his best to follow in his father's footsteps.
Sorry, I was.
Yeah.
So I'll step up and just say, as the silver moon waxes and wanes, so too does life. Just bow and step back.
Donovich and Ismark both nod their head toward you. Donovich takes a step forward, casts a spell to sanctify Kolyon's remains. I would say both. Actually, probably Theb and Kane. You guys would recognize it as gentle repose. The burial concludes, and as you guys turn back towards the church, if everybody can roll a perception check for me.
Oh, what the?
You used all your good perception earlier. Or no, that was your history, huh? All right. Theb and Rua, you guys both see as you turn back towards the.
I didn't even have good perception earlier.
No, I know.
Your
I
history.
said perception, and then I said history.
Oh,
You're like,
sorry. I was like thinking about it. I was like, yeah, I did. Wait.
yeah. Theb and Rua, as you guys are turning back towards the church with everyone else, you guys both see two swarms of bats from either side of the church take off, combine together into one large swarm, and fly towards the castle.
Guys,
What? Yes?
there was a. Looking at the prayers, still going, there was a swarm of bats that was just here. They flew back to the castle. I think that was like a Strahd's minion or something, maybe?
Yes, I'm pretty sure he's just likes to keep aware of what's going on in this town that he seemingly has entrapped.
Did you say bats?
Oh.
Oh, God. Hey,
That's not a good sign. They are bad omen. There is a superstition that a young woman with red hair will often find that ill luck travels beside them. He looks towards Ismark. Is Irina staying in Barovia now that the devil has awoken? No, she will not be staying. These kind of people have agreed to take her to Valakai for safety. He looks towards you guys. Might I offer, perhaps instead of Valakai, take her to the Abbey of St. Markovia on Krajik. It's a bastion of good, and it should offer her plenty protection.
43, yeah, we were well above.
Ismark kind of looks at him, doesn't say anything, and just gives him a nod of thanks. Shortly after, you guys leave the church and head back to the Burgomaster's manor following the burial. As you enter, a smell of sausages, eggs, fresh bread wafts, and Irina is there with a hot breakfast prepared. Which she says, please come sit down. I would like to thank you all very much for ensuring that my father is buried. Our father is buried in the way that he would have chosen. Please come sit.
Okay.
I'm going to wash up real fast. I'm going to take off cloak.
I'll cast
Did you just say you're going to
precipitation.
take off your clothes?
Cloak.
I was
I'll-
like, that is a weird way to have breakfast.
I'll cast precipitation on Rua, and clean
Okay.
her hands and everything.
No, that works.
Didn't you do this? Why waste water?
I mean, I can, but like,
I'll cast it on
I'm
myself.
casting it every hour. It gets tiring.
Trust me, I know.
Right, food?
Yep. You guys are all at the table, and there is food in front of you. There is, I wouldn't say it's a large quantity, but it is enough to have all of you have a decently filled belly before you leave.
Oh, I'm so full. Oh, God.
And now that you're at the table, you see that there is a plate of what looks to be scrambled eggs. There is a platter of some sort of sausages, 2 fresh baked loaves of bread, a bowl of sauteed spinach and mushrooms, and a bowl of what looks like some fresh picked berries, as well as a small carafe of water, one of milk, one of a wine, and a small container of butter. Well, so after breakfast, if you guys could take my sister and head towards St. Anthrol's Church in Valakai. They will be expecting her there.
Did you want us to still take her to Velica, or did you want us to take her to where the father suggested?
While I appreciate the father's suggestion, Valakai is where many of our people have fled to,
Okay.
being that we have grown up with them I have a little bit more faith in the people that I know versus the ones that are said to be good.
Fair enough.
Irina speaks up. So, have you guys been here before? Do you have any plans for being in Valakai? Do you did do you think we'll make any stops along our way?
What do you feel about all of this?
Well, I don't really want to leave the place that has become my home.
This is what she said
That is the fucking
privately
cheapest fucking
to
thing ever, dude.
what's the face what to him
Oh
behind
my
the
God.
scenes
Go
too, right?
invisible, stick it behind someone,
Yeah,
stun them in
yeah.
minutes.
But I would be remiss if we also didn't provide our support to our townsfolk who are no longer here.
In Valakai.
Yes, in Valakai.
No, that was me asking you.
Oh
Shut up.
yeah, in Valakai. They had said before that many of the people, when they had received the letter to make peace with their gods, many people from the village fled to Valakai before the siege happened.
And you guys still have correspondence to this place that I've never heard of before a few days ago, yesterday?
Nope. It's also part of the reason that we go. Make sure
So if we're
everybody was
taking
doing
you
okay.
and we're supposed to keep you safe and that place ends up not being safe and then you're not safe, is that coming back on us?
Well, if we cannot find any of the townspeople, St. Andrew's Church is also still a safe place.
Good advice.
Okay, well, as long as nobody gets upset that I eat more bats.
Wait.
What? You don't have to eat bats. There's plenty of food here. I really wouldn't recommend it. They're said to hold the disease of madness.
I don't really think
Doesn't
I get
seem.
that very much. Anyway, um, I like food that can sometimes not be fully cooked, and all of your food is cooked.
Oh, well, hold on just one moment.
But I'm not hungry right now. What?
She already walked up.
She's got.
Out.
Whatever happens, it wasn't me. It was all Rua.
What?
As
Hold on, her
as
mouth's full
she's
of like food. What are
doing
hungry?
whatever she's doing, Ismark says sort of quietly, I really appreciate what you are doing and your willingness to take her to Valakai. Slavic Road can be quite dangerous. It doesn't take terribly long, a few hours to get to Valakai, but I do suggest that you take a spot to rest and recuperate along the way. It's better to be cautious than to rush into a more taxing journey than is necessary. Along the way, there's a place. It's called Seer Pool. There are some kind people there. That is a good spot to stay and wait for the night and perhaps, you know, see what the journey is like. It's not terribly far. It's a bit under 2 hours from here.
What kind of monsters are we expecting?
Well, there are plenty of dire wolves, bandits, people who are spies for the devil, those who are not spies for the devil but have fallen upon desperate times.
Charming.
Is that cache of weapons that you were talking about from Alanik? Wait, was he telling us that, or was the other guy telling us that?
That was Doru.
Okay. never mind.
Ismark was not down there. He stayed
Never mind.
up.
Well, I'll just ask him. Is this the old Slavic road that we're
Oh,
gonna be taking?
yes. Hold on, just one moment. And he, where is it? Did I not do it? Shit. Hold please.
Elevator music. Do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do.
He's going to hand you a map. I'll get the image of a map in a moment. But
It's
he
okay.
hands you a map of Barovia. Not just the village, but the whole land.
Nice.
Do 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 do. See, I could have sworn I had that. It's weird. Do 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 do. Oh, that's why. No, no, no. While I get the map, he'll point the direction toward you. Where it is. That.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Okay. Actually, I can just add this one. Make this here, but I'll also get a handout for you guys as well. Compendium. All right. I believe you guys should also have a handout accessible. So if you need to ever reference the map, you'll have it available.
I don't have it in my sheet, my
You
journal.
don't have it in your sheet. Okay. Oh, that's fine. Here's journals. You. Yeah. Good to go. Okay. You guys
There we
should have it now? Okay. You guys are on this page, right? Yep. Okay. So you guys are currently here in the village of Barovia. Yep. The bridge over River Iveless is here, which is where Doru was saying the cache is held. And then Seer Pool is down, and Ismark points towards the pool. There is an encampment here. That is probably the best place for you to stay. I would really recommend stay there for the night before you continue on to your journey up towards Valakai, and then he points up towards a large city further north.
Huh.
Shit.
Oh,
Don't look at this page anymore.
Everyone look away.
Okay.
Out of character, there's a place called Werewolf Den. I want to go
Shut
there.
up. Shut up.
I want to go there real bad.
We're going there.
Dog, I want to go there real bad.
No.
Straight line to there.
God damn it.
10 out of 10, gonna become a werewolf a second time. Let's do this.
God
No,
damn
no.
it.
If I'm a,
Let's
if I'm an
recreate Underworld
owl,
up in this bitch.
can I
Were-owl.
become a were-owl wolf bear?
Yes.
Oh god.
Let's do
Handouts.
this.
Delete.
We're remaking Underworld in this bitch. Let's do this.
Now, shh. Shh.
Bring it
You guys
on.
still have access to the map?
It's just a white page.
I fucked up. I put the
No.
wrong map. No? You don't have it in your handouts anymore, right?
I have access to the
Oh.
I
handout.
still see the map of Barovia. There it goes.
And zoom in.
Okay, I got it recorded. We'll take a look at Notch Kid.
BRB screenshotting this right now.
That's what it was. I forgot to put the edited one up. I'll get you guys that later. For now, we will.
Come on.
Fuck.
Can't just come to a place called Werewolf Den and Wizards of Wine.
Shh.
Excuse me? I
There was a
wasn't
place
even
called
looking.
there was a place called
There
Wizards
is
of Wine.
nothing.
It sounded fucking cool. Fuck
There's
Strahd.
absolutely nothing going on.
We have
He
better places to do.
he takes that one back. Oh, sorry. This is the Burgomaster's map. This is the one that I had created for you.
It's a map for my social gathering I have every Saturday.
Are you secretly a wizard of wine?
All right, we're just gonna retcon that. Apologies,
No
guys.
problem.
All
You got
good.
you got Josh's hopes up now though.
Yeah, I mean, come on. Place called Werewolf Den. That sounds sweet. Then everyone else can have fun at the Wizards of Wine.
All right.
I was just looking at where Sean was pointing out. I wasn't looking across the entire map.
I
Just
was.
saying.
Okay, here you go. Here is your written map. The freshly drawn one for you that he had commissioned for you to take with you.
There. Right up
And then
there.
I don't know what you're talking about. There's nothing there.
And then that one's right there.
Um,
So who wants to go become werewolves and they'll go get a drink on?
No. Kill all the werewolves.
Can a werewolf become a vampire?
I don't know why you guys. I don't know what this Warawulfa is.
Werewolfa.
John, that's a question
I mean-
because isn't one of them a curse and the other
Yeah,
one
one's a
technically
curse,
like a
one's
disease?
a disease. So
Yeah.
They wouldn't really
Technically?
conflict, right?
Do 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 do
I'm just wondering things. No worry.
do.
Just turn into
I think-
a bat
I
and
don't-
fly around.
vampires can't become lichens because I don't think vampires can be diseased. I think they're immune
But
to
can
disease.
lichens become vampires?
I think they would lose the lichen like tag, basically.
Because vampires can't be diseased.
Yeah, you would basically be cured of all diseases.
Oh.
Who the fuck is Hot Loafin?
Excuse me, what?
Sorry?
That sounds like an action that people shouldn't be doing.
I was looking at the handout thing. I think it was like the original Theb before Theb was Theb. Apparently he was
Hot
Hot Loafin. There's an extra.
Hot
There's
loafin'.
also Ostrapish Ufel, which is Rua.
I'm an ostrich.
We'll just delete those. There we go. Okay. All right. So now that we are back where we were supposed to be.
I mean,
So, anyways, he shows you this is the bridge over River Ivlis, and then he says their pool is right over here. So he recommends you staying there before making your way up to Valakai. So
why wouldn't we just could we take her further to this, whatever that is? This other
Well-
city?
Get the fuck out of here with your bear. Get the no. No. I need you to take her to Valakai. Valakai. Not Krasik. Valakai.
I was just wondering.
Get out of here. Get out. Get out.
I did not draw.
Isn't that spelled Vayaki? That's not the right one. We should go up to where he was pointed.
You guys all die. Sorry. It's weird. It's weird. You guys all just drop dead, and it's like, oh, well,
Our
shit.
father turns into Strahd and just murders us.
Strahd just shows up like, God, even I'm fucking done.
He just snaps his fingers.
Dead.
Thanos stabbed us out of here?
Yeah, you guys are all dead.
Oh.
One of his
Except for
bats been
Theb.
watching us this whole time and
Except for Theb.
reporting
I'm
back.
still alive.
Strahd's been like watching us like a fucking TV show, and he's like, "Fuck, I'm so over these people." All right, cancel the show. Cancel the show.
Ew, I should have took that werewolf den off the map.
So Irina comes back carrying a platter of raw meat. Hands it over to Quaint. Here you go. It does. Do you eat?
Is that what you're eating?
Shit.
Do I eat shit? No.
No. I probably should
I'm
have
an owl.
thought about this. Do you eat chicken, or is that taboo?
I'm not very picky. I think I've probably eaten owls in my time too. But we don't get into
Cannibal.
that. Technically, I'm not
Okay.
being a cannibal.
Do you eat people?
No, nobody eats people. Do you eat people? She eats
I
people.
mean,
No,
some
but I
people
also
eat
don't
people.
eat owls, so
It's stringy, more bone than. Anyway,
You've eaten owls?
oh,
well, when you live on your
okay.
own, like I have, you sort of learn to take what you can take.
She kind of stands up and gives you a side eye. Well, I have a few things to gather up, but I will be ready to leave at noon. Feel free to explore the village. There's a shop called Bildras. I don't recall if you guys made your way there yesterday or not. But yes, noon.
Sorry to make you scared of me or something.
Oh, no. It's okay. You got to do what you got to do. I'm gonna make sure that we bring some extra food with us. Okay, see you at noon. And then she walks out.
How long?
GTFO'd out of here.
Until noon.
She,
It's about 2 hours away.
what do I do with this? I'm not even hungry. I had breakfast.
Just put it in your pack.
The
You can eat
fucking
it as
meat
a snack
pocket
later.
has returned.
It's back.
Oh man, I'm gonna miss that.
Pocket meat.
Just a pocket of meat. What?
It was a really gross pocket.
I mean, he
I
didn't.
don't
fucking
care if you oiled it and waterproofed it. It's still fucking gross.
He doesn't care.
I
He's a
know.
bug
He's a
guy.
Now,
goblin.
question though,
He's a goblinoid.
if you put pocket meats in a bag of holding, does it still decay?
Yeah, we went over that.
Yeah,
I
because
had
it'd
to
still
ask him that.
technically be exposed to air for 10 minutes at a time every time you open it. So it
So
would
it'd just be
but-
an extremely slowed down process.
Yeah.
We literally had to talk about that because he had all that winter wolf meat just sitting in the bag of holding for so long.
Didn't you finish the campaign with some of it still?
Probably.
Yeah.
Oh god.
It's-
You
he's
I
had
think he
only
turned it all into
pocket
jerky.
Well,
meat.
okay,
by
no,
then,
though. Because Drift made it into some of it, or a good chunk of it into jerky. So, but at that point, like even the jerky had kind of gone bad just because it'd been so long.
Yeah.
It was old
gross.
meat that was turned into jerky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Extra
No,
chewy.
no. It wasn't old meat. It was just really old jerky because we had that very early on.
Gotcha.
Ew.
Yeah, it was
Hey,
gross.
Goblin, he didn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
best part about being a goblin. Eat whatever you want.
Pretty much. You're like a shark.
Hell. It's the character already.
All right. Let's see, what time is it? Okay. Yeah, so you guys have about 2 hours to kill. If there's anything in particular you want to do, or we can just expedite.
I want to talk to Rothan.
Oh, who's sitting next to me?
Wait.
Wait, what's your perception?
Giant meat platter. Quinn's like, I don't even know how to like. How do you
Okay, so she won't see it. Never mind.
put it in the pack?
So fucking stupid.
Carefully.
Fucking dweeb out there, fucking the
So
sniper
fucking stupid, dude.
Do
So
you guys
fucking
have any
stupid.
money?
No.
I have
Talk
money.
to the general goods vendor.
Didn't we already go there?
We did. Me and you did.
Oh.
They didn't. If you guys want to get some supplies.
What did we buy? We bought rations and
No, we didn't. You gave them away.
yeah, well, we bought them still.
That's true.
Where else did we get?
I wrote down that you gave them away, but I don't know what actually. I don't remember what happened.
I gave them away.
To what's his face?
Ismark.
Bismarck.
Bismarck.
Yeah.
That's right.
Because his pantry's running a little low.
That's right. I was like, why did we get rid of these?
And we got good
What
berries.
happened? Yeah, that's like I remember we had good berries. I remember we did that. I just don't remember what we did with the rations.
So you wanted to speak to
Rothan. I'm going to pull him off.
Mhm.
Away from everyone.
Okie dokie. Super serial secret?
No, just away from everyone. Nothing crazy.
Gotcha.
Look, this owl is crazy.
We gotta
Owling
kill her.
at all times.
She might already have.
It's gotta die.
She already might have rabies.
I'd be worried about what she
So I
bites, not
probably
what she
shouldn't
eats.
eat her.
So Rothan,
Mhm.
have you ever ran into anything like that before? Down below?
Vampire spawn.
Yeah.
I don't know. Has he actually run into one of those before? No. I know what he is, but I haven't run into one of them per se.
What's your feeling on letting him live?
You got just fucking res his ass.
We can't. Not within our ability.
Take a break sometimes.
I don't like it. I really don't.
But do you
But-
understand why?
Yeah, I tried 4 separate times.
He still
There
has
was
some
someone that
humanity
just
left.
It's like something that happened yesterday.
And
At one time.
my hope is that this is what I was hoping for anyways. Maybe if we destroy this Strahd, that maybe, just maybe, he can be free of this curse.
That's what my hope is too. So you're
don't-
okay with leaving something like him alive? Knowing you did.
Not really, but we're kind of stuck in this place. So we have bigger fish to fry, so to speak. And if it gives this man, the priest, some semblance of hope, then well, that's good enough for me for the moment.
I am on the same feeling as you.
Maybe if we do end up defeating this Strahd, we can come back and see what's happened.
And if we do and he hasn't turned back?
Well, that'll be a discussion for then.
Sounds good.
Because at that point, then no, he is a problem.
Maybe not.
There's not a lot of evidence that people that are afflicted like him can keep it under control.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Don't forget to give that key back to the father.
Yeah, I was already. The funny thing is, out of character, I was already thinking that. I was like, shit, did I actually say I gave it back to him? I did not.
No. I'll head back to the table.
Roll will be like, let me just awkwardly stealth out.
Peace.
Just awkwardly stealth out and just run back and give the guy the key and then come back.
Okay. Is there anything anybody else would like to do?
2 separate teams. Like,
Sometime during this time, someone near me will see something light pink shimmer underneath my sleeve and then go right back in.
I have terrible perception. I didn't see shit.
Cool, no one sees shit.
I don't know if I'm there at the time or not.
She'll just be
Um,
relaxing at the table the entire time.
Okay. All right.
shoot that guy.
About an hour passes, so you have about 1 hour before noon.
Yeah, that's good.
I'd assume that Rothon, you would just be making your way back to the house
Mhm.
after visiting Father Donovich. And those who have remained in the house, let's see. Irina just kind of quietly walks out of the house.
She's just gone.
Like sneak out?
Not necessarily sneaking, just very nondescript.
So we notice her leave.
You notice her leave, but she also is like not calling any attention to her leaving, if that makes sense.
Glance over at Quaint.
Yeah. Yes.
You're not interested in her leaving?
I
Yeah.
mean, I'm interested in a lot of things, but
Isn't
I
that
feel
like a
like
big
I
shiny?
talked about a lot of stuff already and done stuff, and
What if-
people are just like, "Why are you doing this?" And then, things happen.
You
But
choose
yeah,
now to not be interested in something.
no, I'm definitely interested. But
So you're
like,
gonna
I
follow her.
didn't want to be like, "Hey, what's up, my dude?"
No,
Stuff
just
like
follow
that.
her. You don't gotta talk to her.
I hope it
Well, I
was-
can do that.
I hope it was
Okay.
okay.
Like now?
Is that a candy?
Oh yeah, I can do that. Is the Have I figured out how to put the stupid meat in my bag yet?
I don't know. Have you?
I don't
Leave the
even know
meat.
what
We'll
to
figure it
roll.
out.
That's entirely up to you.
What do I roll for this?
That's a statement.
Like, is there parchment paper? Is there something?
This is the D&D equivalent of
Tell you what.
parchment paper.
Roll just a straight intelligence check.
I have a 5 in intelligence. If I can't roll,
Please.
You're intelligent.
God
Plus
damn.
5.
Yes. Yes.
Oh my god.
Wow.
No, you did not.
That was a save too. That wasn't even just a regular roll.
Go ahead and do a regular roll. I was
I think it's
about to say
-2.
on an 8 or lower.
Well,
You
I think
do
it'll be
not figure
-2
it out.
because I think
All
rogues are
right, how do
proficient.
I regular rules?
You should just be
the
able
number.
to hit
Or,
intelligence.
yeah, the
number
type, the
itself.
word.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
No. You're just you're trying to figure it out, and then she leaves, and then you're warring between trying to,
I
figure out
just
how to
leave it on
get
the
the meat in your
table. I
bag,
don't.
and then
I didn't
curiosity.
actually.
Yeah, curiosity one.
Yeah, I don't actually. Do I? I guess I'm gonna do a not survival stealth. I don't know why I rolled survival. It was just up. Um, I guess I'm not very stealthy, but I guess I can fly
Oh
above her too,
God.
so she can't see.
It's okay. She kind of. You get the impression that she knows that you're there, but also doesn't acknowledge you. As she walks, first she stops at a small shed, on the grounds of the house, and then continues off to a knoll that's uh, kind of on the outskirts of the village. As you pass through a sea of tall grasses north of the village, the gentle roll rises before you guys. It's bordered on the far side by the clutches of the woods. There are plants here with white, feathery flowers and a sweet, well, I guess you wouldn't know. Um,
The smell.
yeah, yeah. But you do hear leaves rustling in the whispering wind. On top of this knoll, there is a lonely tree standing. Its gnarled branches reach skyward like outstretched arms. And beneath its shade, Irina kneels down, her gaze fixated upon the ground.
Is there anything on the ground that I see?
She is holding a small trowel in her hand. And a few moments later, she starts digging.
So I was flying above her. So I sort of just like, because I have no stealth whatsoever when I don't care about stealthing, just like plop down next to her and like, that little curious owl head movement, like,
The little bob.
yeah, like,
Oh,
what's that? What you doing?
Well, I'm looking for our little chest that me and my mother buried here before she died 14 years ago. It has some keepsakes that I would like to bring with me to Valakai.
Oh, you sure it's at that spot?
Yes.
Okay. Can I watch? Is that weird? Human
okay.
customs are weird to me.
They are a little weird to me too, little one. Yes, you can watch. She continues digging and unearths a small, roughly hewn wooden chest. And she opens it, and inside, she starts pulling the items out. Knowing that you're watching her, she explains them to you as she pulls them out. First thing is a pressed flower. Um, I found this one learning while on a walk, and mother pressed it for me. Next thing, she pulls out a wooden charm in the shape of a yarrow flower on a leather cord. This was my mother's. She wore it as an apprentice to the town's healer. Next is a handkerchief with a floral pattern on it. I remember this. My mother was teaching me how to sew. We made this one together. With each item that she pulls out, a small, sad smile spreads across her face. The last thing that she pulls out is a silver bracelet set with gemstones. It's very tarnished and clearly hundreds of years old, but it does bear an intricate pattern of the moon and stars along the outside. And as she rolls it over, you catch a small script, although you can't see exactly what it says on the inside of the bracelet. This one, I don't remember.
He's dead. He's dead. He's dead.
Really. Mother and father say that I was carrying it when they found me in the woods. Mother kept it as a memento. She used to call me her miracle child. She found out she could bear no more children after Ismark. She had always wanted a daughter, and then father found me in the woods. I don't really remember anything before that. Don't know why I had this. She looks up towards you and hands it towards you. Here. A gift for you. For agreeing to escort me to Valakai. For helping bury my father. Please take this as compensation for everything that you are doing for us.
Okay, I didn't write down what it was. Can you explain it again?
Yes. A silver bracelet.
Mm-hmm.
It is tarnished. Appears to be hundreds of years old. It bears an intricate pattern of moon and stars along the exterior. There is a moonstone gem embedded in the center of the moon, and 5 lapis lazuli serving as the stars.
Sweet.
Once you grab it, do you read the script on the inside?
Yes.
Engraved in common, it says, Tatiana, may you find your path, and may you find light even in the darkest places. Mother and father.
Just hit with a melee, man.
Tatiana.
Tatiana, yes. Tatyana.
And so the bird looks and she's like, that's not your name.
No. I'm Irina. I don't know who Tatiana is.
Are you sure that's not your name? I mean, people change their names all the time. I don't think that's not that uncommon here, right?
I mean, pretty sure. But also, I'm not hundreds of years old. And this is very old. It's much, much older than I am. I think it was old looking when they found me, if I remember what Mother said.
I killed him, man.
Interesting. Well, thank you. And then I'm assuming the bracelet is meant for human size wrists.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, small human wrist, though.
okay, good. Because I was going to say the bird puts it on her wrist and it like falls off. But if it's a smaller wrist, it might actually stick on her.
No, it definitely falls off. You're small, and here. I have an idea. If you don't mind, and she holds her hand out,
I pass it over to her.
and she walks behind you, and then puts it on you as a necklace. A little looser than a choker, but fits as a necklace.
It like you could almost see it, but it's sort of like a long dog fur with colors, and like the feathers just like drape over it.
Yeah.
But there's obviously like something there. There's like the little patch between the feathers that shows there's something there. Oh, I did not think of that. I did not think birds wore necklaces, but I've never really seen somebody like me.
You
before.
wear a handkerchief. Like a fabric necklace, is it not?
You're right. I never thought of it like that.
Yeah.
So what are you gonna do with those things? The flower and the stuff. And
Bring them with me to Valakai.
don't you want to keep them safe here?
No, I want to keep them with me. I would come up here every few days, but since I knew the things were here, I didn't have to take them out, but it was a way that I could feel still connected to my mother.
That makes sense. You know, I don't remember my own mother or father or anyone. So in a way, we're sort of like the same, almost.
Queuing for everybody?
Except you had a family, but you didn't have a family because you were found in the woods.
Well,
It's not his taste.
from what you guys have said, it seems like you were also found in the woods. Maybe you just found your family and you are just getting to know each other.
Maybe.
I didn't think my family was my family when I was a child. They were just some people that gave me food and a place to sleep. It was a lot better than sleeping in the forest.
I do like food and sleeping. I agree.
Yeah.
Could use my heal that whole fucking round.
Well, since you've got what you came for, and I was here to protect you in case anything happened, do you think we should start heading back? Totally lying out of her teeth. She was not meaning to protect Arena at all.
You know what? We can even tell them that a bat tried to swoop down at me and you ate it out of the sky.
Oh, I like that idea. I do like the taste of bats.
Mm-hmm. Okay, let's go. A drink? You want to try it? It's a pink drink.
A pink drink? Like Starbucks pink drink?
Ordered it. Yeah, they sell them bottled.
Interesting.
While
Taste it.
so while Quaint was out and about,
Yeah.
and I'm sitting on the table with Rua, and Growth on his left to go give the key back. I don't know what Deb's doing.
Badger.
Hey,
Over.
hey.
Mushrooms?
You don't know.
I'll look over at Rua, and my hands on the table. I'll conjure Eldritch Blast in one hand
Mhm.
and have the silvery white light in my hand. I'll just kind of watch it, and then just without looking at her ask, so what kind of pact did you make?
She tilts her head with a knowing smile. Don't know what you mean.
I'll release then the Eldritch Blast. Look over. Oh, you
When you say release the Eldritch
Not-
Blast,
as in let it go, not
Okay.
cast
Like
it.
Just along the ceiling.
I just wanted
Yep.
to clarify.
Oh my gosh.
Look over and be like, so you receive your magical abilities from somewhere else? Because I can't help but notice your Eldritch Blast is a little bit different than mine.
This time she summons her blast, and not blast it, but hold it in her hands. And it's the neon pink. And she
I'll
goes,
show you yours if you show me mine. I mean,
pretty much.
What?
Wait.
I'll show you mine if you show me yours. That's
I
what
bet you
meant.
mine's bigger. Well, I wouldn't say I made a pact with them. They're my friend. What of you?
Oh, I figured that my belief in my God was strong enough that I wouldn't see an issue with devoting more so into them, and not much into that whole worshipping like a cleric does. So this would be a more fitting way.
What? Don't take this offense. Or wait, how does this say it? Don't take offense to this, but what's it like to believe in one of these beings?
The deities. Well,
Yes, those.
they exist, there's no question about it. We see proof of it everywhere, from clerics to paladins calling their name out and causing great destruction in their wake. I've experienced something that can only be explained through the intervention of my god. So, it's just...
I'm telling what that was.
It was living. I was supposed to be dead. By all means, there should have been no way I came back the way I did. And I believe just where I was coming here recently, I've made that decision that if I want my answers to be found, I'm going to need more abilities to do so. And that's why I've entered into said pact.
And you were looking for your answers here in this hellhole?
No, this I don't think any of us were expecting to come here. I was just looking for answers, and maybe this place will be able to give them to me.
What's your passive perception?
11.
And you're sitting next to me, right?
Just imagine across my table, probably.
You might notice my character, squint a little bit when you said no one expected to be here in Barovia.
This shit's so fucking stupid, dude. What's the range on the taser? Is it hella far?
I'll note that.
I mean, if there's audio in the game, it'd be a different story. But you can't even hear anyone next to you.
What was that?
No, I was noting that, but
Okay.
Sorry, fucking ammo my gun.
So you made a pact with a friend then, not so much another being of some sorts.
At this, she tilts her head.
A higher being, I mean.
I suppose I don't even really know what they are. We just became friends. I don't think I sacrificed anything for this quote-unquote pact for normal people. But I suppose we just clicked.
Oh, interesting.
No, wait, they hated me. But now they like me.
Interesting turn of events.
Yes, do take note if you see any delicious things around. They quite like delicious things.
So is this like a mini quaint?
She opens her mouth, then closes it, and then open it again. Shit.
You did you make a pact with some fey creature then?
Is it?
Quaints from the fey.
What would you constitute as something from this fey?
From what little I know of it, probably I don't know, elvish. Apparently Owlin. fairies, pixies, whimsical creatures. Hags, I think, also.
Definitely. Eggs?
Hags.
Hags, those terrible
Hags.
creatures
Oh.
with the long fingers.
I don't think they are a hag.
Probably not. If you didn't have to sacrifice anything, I very much doubt it was a hag.
They are
I guess I will think now there's different eggs, but
I don't know what exactly they are. They keep changing.
up again.
Fae is pretty. The Fae seems to always constantly be in motion based on the creatures that come from there. So maybe they are Fae. I don't know.
Oh. Wait, now that I speak of it, you said you've got the power from your deity.
Mhm.
Do you hold some sort of item to channel that?
I reach up to my symbol of saloon around my neck. I pull it out from beneath my clothing. It's a eye with 7 stars around it. The matches the symbol that's on my clothing, but where my clothes miss the eye, the symbol is still there.
Oh, so that's the difference between a priest and a warlock, huh? Belief?
Well, it's not that I don't believe. It's I feel the need to earn her to wear her symbol again. Earn my ability to wear the symbol again.
Yeah, I thought it was Joseph. Because I thought that
May you find your answers here then.
I hope so. And
If you don't mind me, she's gonna take out a book that you recognize as like the mushroom engraving in front of it and begins reading.
okay.
Not the secret book, right?
Not the secret book. I still have that on me, by the way.
I know. Quaint knows about this, or Quaint knows about I'm pretty sure it's the book.
Yeah. My abilities don't come specifically from
Yeah, it looked like you were
my pack originally. That's just something that I've entered into to maybe expand my abilities.
What it is, I don't know.
Magic comes to me naturally.
Ah, you're one of those.
Yes.
Spell peoples.
Yes. But it's been quite some time, and I felt that a little bit of a pickup was needed.
In a place like this, you need all the help that you can get.
That's what I was thinking.
I don't know what to expect from this. What do you make of that seer
The dream?
seer lady? Dream lady. Wait, hold on. Wait, we didn't actually talk about her dreams, did we?
No.
Out of
Nope.
character.
Not really.
Okay, when she says I don't really know what's going to happen, apparently there is this woman that I would like to speak to in the area we're going to.
Wait, did I have this dream too?
Yeah,
Mhm.
everybody
Okay,
had the
I
dream.
want to make sure.
We were happy dreaming, and you were
Yeah.
bad dreaming.
Yeah.
And then you guys, it ended up being a shared dream.
Okay.
So you guys in the dream were aware of everyone around you. You just don't know that everyone else had the dream.
Yeah, me too. It like came to me in a dream
Excuse me?
the other night when we were sleeping. Well, last night I guess it was. A dream. Some lady came to me, told us to go to this seer lake.
You had that dream too?
Yes. I mean, all of us were in this dream, and I assumed we all did.
I thought that was just me. Huh. Alright.
mean, I typically don't dream of. I mean, I don't even really know all of you, so I don't know why you'd be showing up in my dreams otherwise. Especially
we just
Quaint.
went through hellhole in a
Wow.
death house.
Quaint's ears prick. What?
Do owls sneeze?
I don't know.
What's the equivalent of someone talking behind your back so you sneeze for owls?
Her feathers ruffle up. She gets a chill.
Oh.
Feathers stand up.
Oh shit. Well, this makes it easier then. There. Never mind. She seems to be hesitant to talk about something.
Feel free to speak your mind.
Apparently, there is a. She is known for her trades.
Those guys fight over whatever they're fighting over.
She is very, how you say, has a lot of wisdom. Problem is that she cannot. Oh, I gotta look that up now. Problem is that she requires you to give up something of value.
Just don't blow it up.
And I don't know if it's just me, but in a place like this, that is very, very suspicious.
Yeah, it's.
Thank you.
I wonder what
And
of value means.
We have it now. You can leave it.
not monetary, but apparently value to the person themselves.
I just heard an owl sneeze.
So, if one of us has to give up something of value, or each of us has to, maybe you should think about what is most valuable to yourself that you are willing to part.
That'll be interesting.
Indeed. And by the time that this happens, casting a spell. Spell wasn't casted.
Counterspell.
It's been way longer than an hour, but
Yeah.
you see a pink shimmer go in and out of my sleeve now.
Yep, it is.
What's that?
What is what?
I mean, your magic typically is like Eldritch Blast is pink, and now you're shimmering pink.
I sneezed. She says with the straight face.
Your sneeze, you shimmer pink when you sneeze?
Magic does weird stuff. It's kind of wild, ain't it?
I suppose.
And
What's
then-
what's Wrathman doing this entire time?
Yeah.
Wrathman?
Yeah.
I
Wrathman.
didn't know if I'd gotten back or not.
You'd be getting back around this time.
Okay, that's what I was, yeah. I
You
didn't know
likely
where I was.
would have on your way back seen Irina walking off and then seen Quaint flying above her.
Could I? If I saw that, I would definitely follow the two of them.
Okay. So
And
then would you have approached them when they got to the tree, or would you have stayed
would
your
be-
distance?
I will be stealthing, staying a distance.
Okay.
Oh
Roll
my
a
God.
stealth check.
Owl sneezes are so cute.
I didn't watch. I just googled.
Yeah, you're able to pick up on the conversation. Neither one of them are aware of your presence.
I'm not intending to listen. I'm just watching. I'm following them stealth and watching out.
Okay.
Making
Watching
sure that
owls.
watching out, making sure that they're not going to get dive bombed by an army of bats.
I would eat the bats.
Yep.
You, in fact, notice a severe lack of bats this entire time.
No,
Not the pants.
just watch now.
Okay. At this point, Irina and Quaint start making your way back to the house. Is there anything anybody else wanted to do?
I'm going to point at the pink shimmer and cast message and say hello.
I wanted to ask Irina
Such an asshole.
if she knew how to use weapons.
Yes, as a matter of fact, I'm pretty good with the sword. Do you know how to use weapons?
I do. I am really, really, really good with rapiers.
Nice. That's a very good. Perfectly suited for your stature.
Yeah. And then, just continue with wonderful conversations. Really, 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 really fun conversations.
Irina is happy to converse with you and kind of is able to keep up with your random ramblings of things and seems genuinely interested and engaged with what you say.
Good. That's good. But it's just random. It's just me talking.
Yeah.
Because having been gone so long from anybody who I could possibly talk to, it's hard to keep the owl's mouth shut.
With the way that she converses with you, you get the feeling that she might understand that need to talk to someone.
It is a hard need.
Yeah.
But that's it. That's all.
Okay. So Kane casts message.
Mm-hmm.
And he gets a little, God, what would the voice be? Weird man, gray, old, but not flesh. Hello.
Yep.
And then he, yeah.
Then I'll reply and leave it at that.
Dazzling play.
Dazzling play.
Dazzling player.
All right. Quaint and Irina return to the mansion, shortly followed by Rothan. Irina, excuse me just one moment. I'm going to go grab my traveling pack and then I'll be ready to go if you guys are all ready to go.
Okay.
She's gone for just a few moments and returns. Walks up to her brother, gives him a huge hug. Thank you, Ismark. I do hope that I will be back one day, perhaps with the people of our village. You will be a great burgomaster should the people request that, and remember for whom you are named after. Do not listen to the others with this lesser nonsense. You are named after Ismark the Great because you will do great things. I love you. He just kind of glassy-eyed gives her a nod and hugs her back, but doesn't say anything. She takes a step back and looks towards all of you. All right. Let's do this.
Whew.
Heads out of the mansion.
Well, the bird follows because there's nothing else the bird can do. Oh, wait! How do you pack this meat?
Stick it in a pocket. That's usually how I pack things.
But it's wet.
We'll get you an
Yeah.
oiled bag from this general store.
You can eat it. That's kind of what its purpose was for. If you don't want to eat it, you don't have to take it.
But I want to eat it, but I'm not hungry right now.
Would you prefer meat that's been sitting out for a while, or would you just prefer to get something fresh on the way?
Later.
Don't owls eat rotten meat
What?
anyways?
No, that you're thinking of vultures.
I don't think owls are scavengers.
She turns around and comes back, and she's like,
I want to
Here.
eat it. I just maybe for dinner, but not
She
like.
unwraps a sandwich that she has and tucks it back into her bag and hands you a beeswax coated
Ah,
cloth.
amazing! And then
Beeswax.
get that out of the way. Oh, now
Oh no.
he's like, did I hear bees?
The beeswax is very useful. It has plenty of uses. You can do all sorts of things with it.
It sure does. I will recount.
Oh,
There's
God.
actually 200 uses of beeswax at home.
Is this like Bubba from Bubba Gumps?
Basically, yeah. Except for
Shrimp
beeswax.
gumbo.
Stir-fried shrimp, shrimp gumbo, fried shrimp, shrimp po' boy, shrimp sandwich, boiled
Beeswax.
shrimp.
Bees
Yeah, except
candle.
And candles,
Honey.
you can flavor it and have chewing whack. You can have.
All of a sudden, Theb just perks up out of nowhere, and as we're walking down this way talking about bees.
He's
Yes,
got the ability to talk as a badger now, just about bees.
but only about bee stuff.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like he grows a mouth. Bees.
Did anyone else hear that?
Like,
Apparently owls do scavenge.
well, they do, but it's not like.
It's
They're
not
not a
like their
vulture.
main thing. I know.
Yeah.
I was just googling. I'm like, do owls actually fucking scavenge?
Josh is
By
like,
the
I'm
end of this campaign, we will all be experts in owls.
Also,
They can
can we
sneeze, they
can
can
we
taste.
just can we keep like pocket meat as a rolling thing?
Please.
One character
Apparently-
per campaign.
Yeah.
Apparently, it's becoming our thing.
It's just the thing now.
Yeah.
God damn it! I love it.
Hey, now that you know that beeswax is good for sealing stuff in, you guys have pockets in your bags, and you have a Chandler with you.
Oh yeah.
Who?
Awesome. All right. Well, with that, we will actually end this session as you guys are hitting the road
On the road
towards
again.
Valakai. Perhaps with a stop at the Seer Pool or at a weapons cache. Escorting Irina. So, on that note, next session would technically be Christmas Eve, so we're going to skip that session. So, I don't want anybody to feel like pressured and whatnot. Enjoy your holiday. And then we will meet back January
year.
7th. Yep, next year.
I'm gonna be so old.
Yeah. You're going to be old
Oh,
tomorrow,
I know.
old lady.